Kirby Air Riders open test is live again. What's up, y'all? Let me give you some details on what's happening in the open test, as well as the requirements, and then just wrapping up with my final thoughts on the game. And if you have played the open test, I'd love to hear from you. What do you think of Kirby Air Riders? So first up, we have the times down here. This is not an all-day weekend type thing. It's very specific blocks of time that you can play. It's in Pacific time, so you're gonna have to convert that to whatever time zone you're in. I need y'all to pay attention here. It's technically free to play the open test. However, you do need Nintendo Switch Online, so technically it's not really free. Another super important thing to keep in mind here is that the open test is not for the racing mode, which is probably what most people would join it for. It's for the city trial mode. You can run around and hit each other, I believe, and like mess around with NPCs. But it's like a free roam kind of mode. Correct me if I'm wrong there, but that's the vibe I was getting. I wasn't super interested. I just did the racing with the NPCs or the CPU. Moving on to the gameplay itself, it kind of feels like Double Dash, but you know, minus an extra rider where you pick the person, they have their own special ability that they use. Like Meta Knight goes forward really fast, Kirby just goes Edward Scissorhands all over the screen and is like cutting everything up. And there's some characters that throw fire, etc. But whoever you pick has like their set stats, kind of like Mario Kart, but they also have their special ability, which reminds me of like Mario Kart Double Dash. All right, so getting into the actual racing, I did overall have fun, but there was a lot of mixed feelings. First off, not holding forward kind of trips me up because if you hold forward, your cart will tilt into the ground and you'll slow yourself down. Unlike other kart racers, you don't have to hold forward, allowing you to prioritize focusing on left or right, which is helpful, but it is a little weird to get used to. But again, small complaint. I really do like that there's enemies on the track that you can absorb and take their powers or like suck them up and throw them at other enemies. It's kind of like this, it has like a PvPvE kind of weird feeling in racing, which I'm surprised that I don't see that in other games, but I like the idea of taking powers and using them to get in close and knock other people out or throw your traps and stuff behind you. It's their own little unique spin on the item system that Mario Kart has, you know, developed over the years. Getting into the visuals, they look absolutely amazing and feel really good. This 100% feels like a Switch 2 game. I couldn't imagine the Switch 1 trying to run this. I'm sure it'd have all kinds of problems. That said, the screen is very colorful and very vibrant, but there's a lot happening where it's like there's sudden turns and all the color and stuff. It feels a bit blinding, and maybe I'm getting old, but I mean, it is a little confusing. Now, thankfully, they have settings you can use to dial it back. I decided to play through it and just get an adjustment to it to get a feel, but the screen is definitely throwing a lot at you. But it's also weird because like I feel like my speed when I'm not boosting is also really slow. So like it just takes some getting used to, but I'm having fun overall with the game. I would need to see the price before I would know for certain if I'm going to get this, for certain if I'm going to get it or not. It seems fun, but I particularly am not a big fan of races, and I already have Mario Kart. If you made it this far, hit that follow or the sub button for me. Make sure to like, it helps me a ton. It's a small creator, and make sure to drop a comment on what you thought about the game from what you've seen, or if you've played it, what do you think? Are you going to be getting it? I'd love to hear from you guys. Y'all stay safe. Peace.